Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. My name is Kelly. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in South Central Missouri. And today I'm doing a special video. I know I don't normally do videos on Thursday, but this one is special. If you'll remember last week, I talked about the Share Hope box, and I have mine in. And so I wanted to do this walkthrough video because I'm sending one of the boxes to my granddaughters, and I wanted to share how easy it is to put these cards together in any of these paper pumpkin boxes, because I know that my friend Madison just ordered several kits, and I wanted her to see just how simple these kits are to put together. If you aren't aware, I've talked about Madison and Maddie. Maddie is connected with Spectrum Art Creations, and you've seen my Spectrum Art Creations hauls. And she is a very precious young lady who is a very smart girl and extremely creative. She helps her mom design some of the Spectrum Art Creations brand products that they sell on their Saturday Lives and in their shop. So I wanted to take a minute, and we're going to walk through this box today. We're not going to put the whole box together because I'm coming in late in the morning for this, so I know it's going to take a while for it to upload. So you're probably not seeing this until Thursday afternoon. So let's go ahead and pop this one open. This box comes with Blackberry Bliss ribbon. It comes with this stamp set, and I'm going to stick a piece of cardstock behind this so you can see this card stamp set. See if I've got it going the right direction. We have always hope because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Just a note of hope. Hope. It's got a swirly flowers, some ink splatter, a little butterfly. There is faith. Where there is faith, miracles happen. And then where there is, and then so you could connect this with where there is hope, there is faith, or you can create your own using theirs, and then this larger butterfly. So that's the stamp set in this kit. It also comes with a Blackberry Bliss ink spot. Excuse me. And I'm not going to open this one. I have a Blackberry Bliss down here in my ink box, and I'll be using today. And let me pull that out. It is part of our Regals ink collection. There's my Blackberry Bliss. Okay, and then we have this note from Shelley. This was designed by, partially by Shelley, or inspired by Shelley, who is our co-owner of Stampin' Up. Put a smile on someone's face. The Hope Box Paper Pumpkin Kit includes a gorgeous card kit for you to create, plus a specially designed box. The Hope Box Stampin' Up! Co-founder Shelley created the Hope Box to help you find what makes you hopeful. Simply collect mementos and precious objects, reminders of wonderful memories and tokens that point towards exciting moments to come. And keep your curated Hope Box as a place to turn to for your self-love and inspiration. Shows how to assemble the Hope Box, and it actually uses this paper pumpkin box to create a treasure box. So what I'm going to do when I send my box to the girls, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break this box down so that one of the girls will have a box, and then they'll both have their own box, even though they'll be sharing the stamp set and items in the box. With your specially designed paper pumpkin Hope Box in hand, decorate it with elements from the kit and make it your own. Find and curate a selection of mementos that represent hope and optimism to you, then place them into the box. Look into your Hope Box often, and whenever you need a reminder to think positively or want some inspiration. Some of the things that you can include in your Hope Box is a card from the Hope Box Paper Pumpkin Kit, pictures that bring up positive memories of family, friends, vacations, etc., success documents such as report cards, diplomas, certificates, and awards, inspiring articles, affirmations, quotes, or poems, jokes or stories that make you laugh, lists of goals, dreams, and aspirations, printed lyrics to a hopeful song, meaningful jewelry, art that you've created or that someone has made for you in your favorite book or magazine, and significant objects. And then you can scan the code on here to see what Shelley herself put together in a Hope Box. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm gonna set this aside so I can pop it open. Turn my lamps back so I've got a little bit more brightness. I'm gonna open the tissue paper and see what we have inside. And I'm gonna close this off, move the paper out of the way. Okay. Now, one thing about the paper pumpkin boxes is they come with a complete instruction sheet that you can choose to follow or not. Also, everything is included except a pair of scissors. Any adhesives you would need, the inks, the stamp sets, embellishments that you need according to their design is in here. If you choose to go off-grid and do your own thing, then use your own craft supplies and what you have available in your studio. Get this open here. Maybe. Okay, there's my adhesives. We have a packet of, these are the glue dots. We have a packet of dimensionals and bling. And I gotta tell you, this Hope box is so much my Abby girl. It's all her colors. Excuse me. So we have envelopes, of course, so that we can make cards. They're decorated on both the back and on the front. These are not decorated on the inside this time, but they're decorated on the outside. Then we have die-cut punch-outs of banners. It looks like there's 3 sheets of those. There are 3 mats. I'll probably put another one in Abby and Adrian's box, so they've each got 2 to work with. We have some, okay, these are going to mat with these, I believe. We'll have to see what the directions tell me. More die cuts for stamping on. Tomorrow, and then it's in multiple, tomorrow in Hope, but it's in multiple languages. I believe it's German and French. Then we have 3 of these green mats. And so I don't mess up and do everything. I'm going to make sure I set at least 1 of everything aside so that the girls will have 2 of everything to work with. Like that. So that will go in Abby and Adrian's box. I will do the same thing with 1 of these sheets, so they both have 2 sheets to work with. And it looks like they'll get a couple extra of those. Then we have the butterflies, and again, I'll share to make sure that because there's 3 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this apart very carefully, just like that, so that they'll each have 2 to work with. And same with this one. I'm going to go this way because I want to make sure that I have enough in each box. And if I leave them over here, I'm liable to use them. And then I'm going to wind up ordering another box. And if I realized they were set up like this, I would have gone ahead and just ordered each of the girls their own box. Now, I don't think they'll use the cards, but I'm going to set 1 aside anyway, just to be sure. Because there's 2 of these in the pink. There are 3 of these. We have 2 of those. The band for the Hope box, I will not use. I will put that over there so that the girls have theirs. There's an extra card base. I think I'm going to wind up just ordering another box for the girls. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. So they'll each have their own box. Always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. And then it's again in French and in German. And there's 1 of those. There's enough here to do 6 cards, or 8 cards, 3, 6, 9 cards. I'm sorry, I can't do math. And then there's only 1 of these. So yeah, I'm probably just going to order another kit for the girls. So they'll each have their own. But that's what we're working with today. So I'm going to stack the die cuts up. But I'm going to lay 1 of the card bases between them so they don't tangle amongst one another. Like that. And then we're going to set this aside. And we're going to look at our direction sheet. And what does our directions tell us? We're starting with this one. And get my paper pumpkin block out here. And we want this bigger one, the bigger stamp. And this makes the cards. And I'll go ahead and I'll make the cards. I'm going to make at least one of them. And see, all of our stamp sets are designed to fit perfectly on the paper pumpkin block. You will get the paper pumpkin block with your first paper pumpkin kit. And then you just hold on to it and you'll use it with all your subsequent boxes. I'm taking my spot and I'm going to ink up my stamp set in this Blackberry Bliss. And because I have extra stamp ink spots in different colors, I may include an extra color, because I know Tabby would, Tabby, that's my cat, Abby would love to stamp in pink, I'm pretty sure. Now it wants us to stamp this on this, so we're going to put that right in the center. Just like that. Okay. I really should have put on a cooler shirt this morning. I'm sitting in here sweltering. Okay, now we turn it over. And it says to put dimensionals on the back. So we'll get our adhesives and our bling out. We just need the dimensionals. One in each corner. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then we put this on the marbled green card base, or mat, like this, right side up, of course I guess when you flip it, and just centering that on there. Okay, and then we take one of our card bases, and fold it, crease it. Now on this one, we put glue dots. Can't get a hold of them. Don't lose my stamps off of there. Okay. Now we're going to put glue dots on the center, and I must have run my finger through the ink. Good thing that's on the back. Just like this. And I'm going to put a couple extra, just because this is an awful big piece. Now you could put the dimensionals on this as well and pop up the whole thing. There are plenty of adhesives in every kit that you can play around and do pretty much whatever you want. And just, if you have better fingers than I do, pluck the paper off your sticky, off your glue dot. And if you have a little tool like the pick tool from Dollar Tree, or take your pick tool that has a point on the end, that works great too. And then we just put this on the front of our card, just like that. Now, it says we're going to use, as soon as I find everything, I have pieces that I'm not seeing. Not those. I'm looking for pieces here. Wasn't those. Okay, so I cut these off, and now I can't find them. But it says we're going to need the Hope from off of here, and we're going to need Tomorrow from off of here. Plus we're going to use these two punch-out butterflies. Okay. And we're putting one down here, one down here. Now see where we have Hope and Tomorrow? We're going to punch out Hope, and it will go over there, and we're going to punch out Tomorrow, and it's going to go right there. And again, we're using the dimensionals on the words, so they stand out. We're going to put one right in the center of Hope. And you can tell what you're going to use because the glue dots are the darker ones, and the dimensionals are a little bit larger, and they're shown in the hexagon shape. just like that. And I got that one a little off. See if I can move it before it decides to stay there permanently. And of course the part that I wanted to hide is what's stuck to the paper. There we go. Sometimes my trimmers get the best of me. My sister and I both deal with them. Hers are much more pronounced than mine are. But I try to do my exercises and prevent them from becoming too much of an issue. I just haven't been doing my exercises, and I can tell by the way my reacting. And then we're going to put, and I'm going to use my pick your tool, take your pick tool, and we're going to put a glue dot in the center of each of those two butterflies. Mine comes with trying to pick things up. Once I get things in my hand, I'm not too bad. It's just trying to pick things up. And then this one's going to go like this. And this one goes down here. And there's our first card. Now, it shows that we can do the... There they are. Couldn't find my gems. Do a couple of gems on here. And you can see they've got the gems, a couple here and a couple there. So we'll scatter a couple of those around. And these already have the adhesive on the back. Does the adhesive always stay? No. But you can always add a dot of glue or use a and the reason that one wasn't staying was because I was trying to pick up the paper, not the dimensional. Not the perky, not the bling. There we go. So there's our first card. Okay, now we're going to zip ahead. Ow. Now we're going to zip ahead to our second card. Man, I'm sticking to everything. Which is this one. And we're putting glue dots on the back of the white and on each of the 4 banner strips. Okay, so let's take our banner strip pocket here. We're probably done with those. I move those off to the side. We'll get these popped out. We're at 17 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to get to the box lid or not, because I know from experience that a 30-minute video is going to take me almost 4 hours to upload if I do it after 4 o'clock, if I do it after 8 o'clock. So I'm going to take that, flip the rest of these over and get them on here. Just like this. Tomorrow, I can't believe tomorrow is Friday already. It just really baffles me. Tomorrow we have Junk Journal Friday, and remember that I run the Junk Journal Friday as a premiere now. So I will be on here at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now this one shows blue dots in the corners, and that's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I like to put a little extra on the sides. And then up here in the dimensionals, because we have plenty of glue dots. Let's use them. Okay, this goes on the front of this card base. So let's lay it here. Take our paper stickies off of our glue dots. And go ahead and put this white mat in place. Okay, and it goes right in the center of our base, just like that. Then these are going to line up right in the center here, just like that. And I'm going to move that one off, just like that. So we're going to position this V right to the edge of that card, and that's going to help center everything. I'm going to slide these over, and I'm going to go ahead and position that one right there. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the one on this other side so I can position the other two in the center. I know it's a little bit on the OCD of me, but that's what it is. Okay, and then we can come back and put these two in the center. And this one, if you can get the paper off, it's going to go just like that. Now, this one we're going to use one of these circles, okay, and we're going to use just a note of hope. Stick it right there, come in with our ink. And remember, whether you're using a spot or a large ink pad, you will do better and get less smears around the edge of your ink pad, around your ink of your stamp, if you do ink to stamp instead of stamp to ink. And then we're just going to pop this in the center of the circle. And it gets dimensionals. Like that. I still don't have much water pressure in the house because my filter is clogged and I can't change it, so I'm waiting for Bob to get home next week. And then we're just going to position this right about here. And then we're coming back in with more of those butterflies. And we're using the die cuts, the cutouts this time. And it shows to use a purple one, or a pink one, and a green one, and you could do whatever color you wanted. And then we come back with our glue dots again. Put it right behind his head, just like that. Okay. And put the green one up here like this. And they actually staggered theirs. I didn't stagger mine. But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to put mine down here. Just like that. And then we come back with our bling. And add a little extra dimension. I'm going to put one there. And one down here. And that is card number 2. Just that quick. Okay, now we have one more card, and then I will post a picture of the box completed on my blog. I guess this one is to do the top of the box. Let's get this off of here. And it says where there is, so let's find that one, this one here. And the neat thing about this is because this is a clear block, you can flop them around. And there is Faith. Where is that one? There it is. Okay, and we can put that down here. And then this way, regardless of what I'm stamping, I can see both sides. Okay, and then we need this. And we need one of these. And we're going to fold this one. Okay, and we want this side up. And we are doing that. Oh, here it comes. It does punch out. It is delicate. This is going to be the last card. Okay, and we're going to come back with our glue dots. And we're just going to kind of spread them around where we have bare spot, where we have solid spots behind this die cut. Just like this. I think this one is probably going to go to Cassie. She is a struggling mom of twin girls. You've heard me talk about Cassie before. And plus she cares for Matt's 3 older children. She is doing it with virtually no help except from Matt, who works very long hours in the fields. And it's starting to wear on her, and I really feel for her. And I'm too far away to be of much help, or I would be there in a heartbeat to be of assistance. Okay, now we're going to take and pop our papers off of our glue dots, and this is the part that's hard for me with my trimmers. I could do this video in half the time, And my sister can relate if I wasn't shaking when I'm trying to peel off a little piece of paper. And in which case, sometimes this is the best way to use glue, but I want to just showcase what is in the kit. I think I've got everything. Yep. And then we put this one here, right over top of our swirlies, and kind of offset it so that these show through the openings on your die cut. Just like that. Okay, now we need 2 of these. And there's a bigger hope that we have somewhere. This one. We're going to use this big one here. And then this is where the purple butterflies will come in. Okay, so this one we need to stamp. I moved my ink spot so I wouldn't keep putting my finger in it. And I'm going to also, when working with polymer stamps, you want to have some kind of a surface underneath that lets you have some give. I have my grid paper under here. A mouse pad works wonderfully to give you that little cushion so that you get a good impression with your stamp, because they don't have the backing of a rubber stamp. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to move that again. Okay, and then we need glue dots. And we're putting dimensionals on we're putting dimensionals on all of them. This is what the directions are for. It's because they have a way of letting you know. Now these are a hexagon, so you want to kind of position these so that your hexagon edges line up with the edge of the bar. I gotta open a window, folks. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be another good warm one in the Ozarks today. I had hoped for the rain to hold off so I could get some diazinon down on the yard. Seed ticks have already been an issue this year, and I hate those little things. And when I don't have anybody to help me do a tick check, they can ride for several days. So, okay, so we have our dimensionals on the back of Hope. And the only thing you really want to be careful of when you put this down is you put it down right side up. And then you're just going to pop it in the middle, just like that. Let's see, and then we have where there is and this one sits right over here. I should have got up earlier this morning and did this. Next, I was up at 5. But I chose to have a cup of coffee first. And then we're going to use our last 2 butterflies. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to do something with these 2 butterflies that they did not do, but I think would be really cool. We're going to start with let's start with putting bling in the center of each butterfly. Just like that. And let that, you can get it on there straight. Let the bling be part of our butterfly. And then we'll turn it over and we'll put our glue dot on the back. Just like that. Get our papers off. And they put one of them down here with Hope. And I'm going to put the other one up here. Just like that. And we have put together 3 cards. Now they have a couple of extra bling up here, filling in the white space. And you can see I had ink on my hand. But that's okay. That's okay. And because you have a wide variety of the bling, you can put them wherever you want. I think we need one more up here in this corner. What do you think? And there we go. Now, I'm going to show you what they did to the Hope box, but I do not have time to put it together if we're going to do this today. But what we do is, get to the box, okay, and this will go right over top of your box, and it's scored so that it will fit over your edges, just like that. And I'm going to put a glue dot there really quick just to hold it in place. It will come apart relatively easy later, and I'll glue it more substantially. Okay, so it goes on your box just like that. Excuse me. Whoa. Started to cut my ribbon. Trying to get into there in a hurry. And then we take our Blackberry Bliss ribbon and we wrap it around. Now this gets this great big huge butterfly in the middle, right there. And then it gets one of this banner, just like that. And there are other things back behind there, and I can't see what they are. I'm looking through my supplies here. Another one of those for the cards. Envelopes. Something hit the floor, not sure what it was or where it went. But I'm looking to see. I have everything for the cards, but I don't see. Looks like there's something else back behind there, and I can't tell what it is. Well, oh, I see what it is. It's this one too. That's why we have two of these. One to make a card. So this one goes back behind here. This one goes here. Then our ribbon comes around. And I'm not going to glue this into place just yet. But our ribbon comes around and it ties over here on the side of our box in a bow. And I'm going to get my ribbon things here, and I'm going to cut a length of that. And as you can see, you have plenty to work with, so you don't really have to skimp. Tie you a bow, just like that. And then this, and you would take more time to, you know, do the bow. And then this glues in the center, just like that. And that is your hope box for keeping mementos and treasures in. So yeah, I'm going to have to order another one of these boxes so that the girls can each have their own box. Now remember, if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you will need to subscribe to the Paper Pumpkin as well as ordering this box if you want to get the block. The block is not included in this kit because it is not a traditional Paper Pumpkin kit. It was last year. However, I will leave a link in the description box below for one of our regular stamp blocks that will meet up with. Man, that sun's pretty this morning. And I think, yeah, it is our D block. And you can order this when you order the kit. You will find this in the box kit in our clearance aisle. I will link it down below, as well as the D block. That is it for me today. I will be back here tomorrow for Junk Journal Friday. Remember, it's a premiere. I'm here at 10:30 Central Standard Time, which would be 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And until then, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And creative blessings.